Hi everyone, Kieran Brown here, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how much weight that you can lose in a single month. Today what we discussed is the different methods of measuring weight loss, what a good target is, which is the best in my opinion, how much muscle you'll lose whilst trying to lose weight, and just some results from my 6-week mini cut with a couple of pictures. So generally there's three methods to basically measure your progress. The first is just like pure weight. So that's like, 5 pounds, 5 kilos, and you're just looking at that single metric. Second is body fat percentage. So let's say you are 20% body fat and you want to get down to 15. You can just look at the difference in the body fat percentage. And there's total weight percentage as well. So say you might have a target of every month wanting to lose a certain percent of your total body weight. And whichever you choose, I think it's good to have daily data for the most accurate results. And this means weighing yourself every morning, first thing. It's what I've been doing for probably over a year, 18 months now. And I find it's a great source of motivation, just like that micro progress each day. So, what are good targets for each of those three methods? If you're just looking at weight, the most common answer I found is around 2 to 4 kilos per month, which is roughly 4 to 8 pounds. If you're looking at your body fat percentage, the ideal is around 2% per month, with a range of 1 to 3, depending on your starting point. If you've got more weight to lose, then maybe like up to 3 is more doable. And if you're starting fairly lean already and you just want to lose that final bit, then maybe 1% is more likely. And yeah, for total body weight, around 5 to 10% of your entire body weight per month. So, which is best? In my opinion, a body fat percentage target is best. Weight alone isn't a great metric, especially if you're working out. We want to maintain as much muscle as possible. So, when you're trying to lose weight, inevitably you're going to lose fat, but also some muscle as well. But we want to try and minimize the amount of muscle that we lose. And I'll show an example as to why I think why the body fat percentage is best. So scenario A here, the person loses 4 pounds of muscle and 2 pounds of fat in a given time. Total is 6 pounds lost. And person B loses 3 pounds of muscle and 2 pounds of fat, and that's 5 pounds lost in total. So which is better? I think we'd all agree that option B is better. And if you are purely looking at weight as your metric, then option A would look better, just because you've lost that extra pound. But it's actually muscle, and we want to focus on fat loss, not weight loss. There's a big difference. So I like to break down the goals into daily targets if possible. The smaller the time frame, the better I found. So if you can't do daily, then like weekly is better than monthly, etc. So we want to aim for around a 2% body fat reduction per week. So we can break that down into 0.5%, 2% body fat reduction per month, and that's 0.5% per week. And you can break that down even further. That's a 0.1% drop 5 times a week. And that's what I aim for when I'm cutting. And you won't notice this difference, this 0.1%, even a 0.5%, you probably won't notice it through pictures or just looking in the mirror. So you need this hard data, which you get from your daily weigh-ins, to actually see this change. I'll also add I got a little asterisk there. it's important to zoom out once in a while and look at the bigger picture. You don't want to focus purely on the daily, like all the time, but for the most part, just focus on having good days, and then every now and again, maybe once a month or something, zoom out, look at the bigger picture. Or even if you're like a couple months into your cut maybe, and you have a few bad days in a row, you might want to zoom out and see your overall progress, and you might find that actually, you're still on the right track. So what does this look like in practice? I would aim for a 0.1% drop 5 times a week, and then on the other 2 days you've got a bit of leeway. You might have one day a week eating at maintenance calories, and then 6 days a week eating in the deficit. So on that day of maintenance, it's likely to be a zero change, and then of those other 6 days, you've got like that extra 0.1% leeway. For whatever reason, you might accidentally overeat one day, or a friend brings around like some nice food which might take you over your deficit amount. But I find 0.5% per week, 0.1% for most days, that's a really good target. So how much muscle will you lose when cutting? Unfortunately, it's going to happen that for most cases, it's likely to happen that you'll lose muscle as well as fat. And these are some results from I'll just make my face a bit smaller. So this is from my last mini cut, which has lasted around 6 weeks, and around 35% of the total weight lost. I think it's around 5 kilos. So in the first picture, drop my face there. In the first picture, I'm 74 kilos, and in the second picture, I'm 69. So that's like a 5 kilo loss, and around 35% of that weight was fat. Just over half of it was muscle, and 10% was just other, probably some like water weight, stuff like that. By no means was this a very optimal cut. I'm not going to say it was, but this is some like hard results from a fairly realistic cut. Maybe I could have held on to more muscle. I was training 3 times a week, mainly doing like strength training. So that's just some results which I had this year. So in summary, in my opinion, I'll just make my face bigger here. There we go. In my opinion, a 2% reduction in body fat percentage per month is best. To measure this, you need scales that track body composition, and I recommend weighing in every day. If you want to go for the weight metric, if your scales don't measure body composition for whatever, or you're relying on some scales at the gym or something, aim for around a 2 to 4 kilo loss per month, which is 4 to 8 pounds. This may differ depending on your starting point. So if you're like slightly smaller or lighter, then it might be towards the lower end. And if you've got a lot of weight to lose, then possibly the higher end and even more. But for your average person, if you're losing if you're losing like 10, 15, 20 pounds in a month, it's highly likely that you're losing a lot of muscle as well, which we don't want to have. We want to try and maintain as much of it as possible. Just a quick one to finish. If you look slim in clothes but have more body fat than you'd like, then click the first link in the description. Don't worry, I won't ask your email or take you to some hour-long webinar. It's just a short video of me explaining how I can help you to solve this problem. It's a funnel designed to sell you something. I'm not going to pretend it's not. You don't have to click. I don't mind either way. But if you're not happy with your body right now, then feel free to check it out. If you like the video, there's a button for that. If you want to comment any questions or video suggestions, then you can do that as well. Subscribe to follow my journey and to begin yours. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great day.